The setting is Sunshine Doughnuts, an independent donut and coffee shop. It is a bright, happy space. Scene 1. It's around 6 a.m., so it's an hour to opening time at Sunshine Doughnuts. The only light is coming from the window behind the counter that leads into the kitchen. Louise enters from the kitchen, bringing a tray of fresh donuts with her. She begins to lovingly place donuts into the case beside the counter. Offstage, the squeaks of little brown bats returning home for the daytime can be heard.
Listen to them, children of the night. What music they make.
Louise goes about her morning routine, and after a moment, Elsie enters with perhaps too much enthusiasm for the early hour from the kitchen behind her.
Good morning!
She flips a light switch to illuminate the rest of the shop.
Oh, you're fine.
What in Vlad's name are you wearing, darling?
I was thinking I'd go for a run before we open this morning.
Since when do you run?
Since today, maybe. I was reading some really interesting articles about ways to be happier, and so many of them said that exercising boosts your endorphin levels, and higher endorphin levels make you happier. Science.
Oh, sweet Elle. You know those articles are just trying to sell you overpriced running shorts, right?
But that doesn't mean the endorphin thing is wrong, Louise. Some of the articles also said that too much sugar can make you sad, and
Elsie gestures to the obvious den of sugar where they work.
That's why I try to stick to an exclusively liquid diet myself.
Gross.
Are you running or what?
Elsie approaches the front door of the shop but stops. She turns back to Louise.
Phew, almost forgot to stretch.
She starts to stretch. She has no idea what she's doing.
How was your night?
Oh, I'd say it was pretty fantastic. What's wrong, Elsie? Do my jokes drive you batty?
Would you look at that? Time for you to go home. Good morning.
Not so fast. First, you have to try today's special. I made an absolutely killer blackberry jam. Here.
Louise retrieves 2 donuts from the case and hands one to Elsie. Elsie doesn't take the donut right away. She looks back towards the front door.
I don't think you're supposed to eat a donut right before you go running. You know, science.
So go run.
Elsie turns back to the door. She itches her collarbone. This isn't happening.
I'll go tomorrow night after we close. I probably shouldn't get all sweaty right before we open, right?
Capital idea, darling. Now, eat the donut.
Elsie finally takes the donut from Louise. They clink the donuts together before biting into them. Ideally, jam should ooze down their faces. They eat in silence for a moment. It really is a killer blackberry jam.
I do believe that giving someone a well-earned compliment is another way to boost endorphin levels, whatever the hell those are.
They're amazing, Louise. They're always amazing.
I'll never forget my first donut. Easily the highlight of my 1920s. Donuts and the original Broadway run of Showboat. All those post-theater adrenaline and hot sugar piping through the veins. Damn, it was delicious.
I don't remember the first time I had a donut.
Why do your endorphin levels need boosting? What are you sad about?
So, okay, I don't actually feel sad, I don't think. But I don't feel happy either. I'm supposed to be happy. For you two, for the customers. I can't make other people people happy if I'm not happy, right? That's what the articles say.
Elsie, who is writing these fucking articles? You sell cute donuts and good coffee. What else are you supposed to do?
It doesn't feel like enough.
Well, what would feel like enough?
I don't know. I think I'll know it when I feel it, though.
Louise huffs a little as she still disapproves of this modern social science nonsense.
Are you still coming over before your shift tonight?
How dare you? As you well know, I spend all of my Friday nights freaking out stone teenagers at midnight showings of Nosferatu.
You spend all your Friday nights here baking donuts, but nice try.
I'm a creature of the dark, but also of habit.
You know you're allowed to take a night off, if you ever want one. I doubt any theaters in town are actually showing Nosferatu right now, but still.
First of all, this place would crumble without me.
True.
Second, thanks, but no thanks. I've done my time skulking around dark corners, inciting panic and terror. Donuts are my life now.
Well, the offer stands. If there's ever anything going on outside of here that you want to do, you should go and do it. We can teach Tally to bake or something.
Oh, she'd hate it.
I know.
Don't you worry your pretty head over me, Elle. I've made it this far, haven't I? And of course I'll be here tonight, as if I've ever missed a pre-full moon slumber party. What can I bring?
I think we're all set, but thanks. We're pretty stocked up on booze and popcorn.
We do know how to party, don't we?
I think we do, all right.
Sunlight is starting to make itself known behind the safety of the curtains.
There's my cue. I'll see you kids after sundown. Take care of our sweet big bad for me this afternoon.
Louise starts to gather her things and gets covered up to safely trek through the sunshine. She's got sunglasses, a big hat, the works. She gets to the door before turning back to Elsie.
Hey, Elsie?
What's up?
It's just, I'm sorry about all the bad vampire puns. I know sometimes I can be a real pain in the neck.
Oh my god, get out!
Louise exits. Elsie removes her outer layer to reveal deep stitch marks across her chest and collarbone. She scratches at them absent-mindedly. Elsie takes a moment to savor being all alone in her shop. She starts to psych herself up for the day. She writes something cheerful on the blackboard behind the counter. She starts making coffee. Maybe she does some actual sun salutations because she's a huge dork. Finally, she lights a small candle and gazes into it for a moment.
Make me happy, and I shall again be virtuous.
Elsie blows out the candle. She goes to the front door and flips the closed sign to open.
Good morning!